What is up, fellow nerds, and welcome back to the Dapper Snapper Gaming channel. Now today we are going to be talking about a new boy, a very cute boy, a very strong boy. This is Eiscue. We finally got another penguin Pokemon, which is absolutely amazing. My wife's favorite animal is a penguin, and so once she saw this mon, she kind of went crazy for it. She loves it, and I love it too. And so we are going to talk about it today and add it to our competitive decks. So Eiscue has some interesting properties, and it all starts with its ability. Now, it has this unique ability called Ice Face, and what Ice Face does is it allows you to take one physical hit as if it were a substitute or disguise or anything like that. Basically, you take no damage. And so this is really nice to have you be able to take one physical hit and not take any damage. Additionally, if this is broken and you set up hail or are in hail, at the end of the turn it will actually regenerate, and you will actually get your Ice Face back. So just something to keep in mind on that. So why is it important to keep in mind whether you have your Ice Face up or your Ice Face down, otherwise known as Eiscue no ice? So these are his stats right here if he has his Ice Face up. And so, you know, they look kind of mediocre minus this base 110 defense. However, this base 110 defense means absolutely nothing because you're taking 0 damage from any physical hits. But anyway, so we have base 75 HP, not too bad, and base 90 special defense, also not too bad. Base 50 speed, very slow, and base 80 attack, pretty mediocre. So where does this mon begin to shine? Well, it starts with getting Belly Drum. So what Belly Drum does is it maximizes your attack. It's a plus 12 boost. So even if you've been intimidated or even if you're at -6, this will take you to +6 automatically, no matter what. And so, however, it costs half of your health. So you do have to keep that in mind. But usually with this mon, if you are taking that one physical hit, you then get knocked into no ice. You've taken no damage, and you get a free Belly Drum up. We gave it a Citrus Berry because what this does is this will allow us to get back up to 75% health as we use our Belly Drum. Citrus Berry will activate at a half and give us a quarter back, which is absolutely awesome. And we are running this set right here based on level 50, just so you know. As you see, this is an odd number, and with Belly Drum, you want to make sure that you are running an even number. So I have this set here just to show you what that looks like. Now, we also have different stats. Now that you see that his Ice Face has been broken, he's been hit with a physical move. His speed is now 130, and he is significantly less bulky with 70 and 50 defenses, respectively. But this 130 speed is very, very nice. And so you do want to take advantage of this if you can. So basically, you come in, you Belly Drum on a physical attacker. They knock you into no ice, and you are now faster than them, and you kill everything at +6. So that's basically the game plan. And he has decent coverage in Icicle Crash, obviously for stab, and a flinch chance. You have Liquidation, which helps you to cover any fire types that would want to come in, and this helps cover against fighting types that may want to come in on you. Obviously, watch out for any kind of priority. You are going to outspeed a lot of things, but you do need to watch out for Scarfers. So if you recognize that your opponent has a Scarf user, you may want to try to get rid of that first, because otherwise you might be in a little bit of trouble. So yeah, that's the first set we're going to look at, and the second one is going to be a sub Belly Drum set with Salac Berry. Now, this set is very, very similar to the Darmanitan set that we looked at in our competitive decks episode for that. And so basically what this is you substitute and then you Belly Drum. And so what this does is this knocks you down to 25% health, and that will activate your Salac Berry, which raises your speed by 1 stage. So at base 130, obviously you are base 130 if you get knocked into this, but at base 130 speed, you are going to be outspeeding most Scarfers, because it will be as if you have a Scarf yourself. So you obviously won't outspeed something like a Scarf Dragapult, but basically anything else you're going to outspeed them just fine. And we also have Belly Drum on it, of course. So, and then Icicle Crash and Liquidation for coverage. You could obviously run a different move instead of Liquidation, but I would always run Icicle Crash. Yeah, so that is this set, and this set is also very, very strong. It's really nice. Somebody may switch into a special attacker on you when you switch this in, and so when they switch that in, you go for substitute. Then you get your Belly Drum off, you get your Salic Berry, and you may force your opponent into bringing in a physical attacker, and that just puts you in an even better position, and it just kind of snowballs into this thing absolutely wrecking your opponent. So this next set we're going to look at is an interesting one, and that is an Aurora Veil set. Now this is not supposed to be leftovers. This is supposed to be, no, not Light Ball, Light Clay. There we go. So what Aurora Veil does is it basically sets up both screens, and so this is amazing. It halves damage on both sides, both physically and defensively, and so this is a set that is used more for helping out teammates, not so much that Eiscue is the star of the show. And what makes this such an amazing Aurora Veil setter is that immunity to physical moves. You bring this in on something physical, you have already set up Hail with a teammate, either something like Abomasnow that sets it up automatically, or you could set it up manually with something else, but I would assume you would want to put this with a Vanillux or a Abomasnow. And so this can set up Aurora Veil for you, which will make you significantly more bulky. Now, you could also run Aurora Veil with Belly Drum, but I really wouldn't recommend running both of those on one set. But that is just personal preference. So I ran just coverage on this as well as Aurora Veil, and Light Clay just extends it to 8 turns of Aurora Veil. And if you can have 8 turns of being super bulky and you're dishing out all kinds of damage, you are going to be in an absolutely amazing position. And your opponent is going to be hard pressed to get rid of it unless they have something like a Mr. Rhyme or some kind of a defog user. Defog does get rid of this, so make sure that you can deal with a defogger appropriately. But besides that, this is absolutely an amazing tech. This set is going to be an Assault Vest set. Now, obviously, this Mon takes one physical hit really well, but what happens if you switch in and you're forced to face a special attacker? Well, this helps you with that. And I've given it Iron Head as an extra coverage move, and that helps you out a lot. And this is meant to be a bulkier set. You're really not meant to take nearly as much advantage of your speed, but base 130 speed, just stock, where is it? There we go. Just stock as it is going to outspeed quite a bit of stuff that isn't necessarily invested, or even slower things that are invested. You are going to be doing quite a bit of damage to them. So I still don't think this is a bad set. This really just helps your longevity overall. And I still have max attack on this and max HP to help you survive some hits that you may not have otherwise. All right, last set here, of course, is our meme set. And I have an interesting set for you, and this is Aurora Veil Soak Freeze Dry Amnesia. So this set is, first of all, it's not great. I'll just tell you. Most of our meme sets are not great. But so here's what it is. You set up Aurora Veil so that you're taking almost no damage, and I do have leftovers over Light Clay on this set on purpose, because you are going to want to be recovering a little bit of HP here as much as you can, because Eiscue does not have any form of recovery. This set obviously will only work on a Hail team, so that is something to keep in mind. And so basically you switch in Eiscue right after your Hail setter has switched out, or maybe it has died or something like that. You switch this in, you're now completely covered from physical type damage, and as they switch in their special attacker, you go for the Aurora Veil. You then can go for Soak to get rid of their stab boost on you, whatever type they are. I'm sure it's not water type, bringing it in on Eiscue. They get hit with a Soak, so they are now a water type, so they no longer have stab. You also have Amnesia to help you be bulkier on the special side. And yeah, this is This is just kind of a gross, interesting set but it helps you to boost up your bulkiness over time. And if you have an extension on the hail, and you might be able to have a chance to set up 2 Aurora Veils, which is really, really cool. And of course, Freeze Dry is super effective on water types. Now, you are only base 65, but if they can't do any damage to you and you can just keep wearing them down over time, this may not be a mon that just blows away your opponent, but this may help you chip down something that you may not have had a great way to deal with otherwise. And so this is just something to keep in mind. You never know; it may do some work for you. It just takes trying it out and seeing what this little penguin will do. So yeah, that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching this episode of the Competitive Decks, and I will see you guys next time for another episode in the decks. We're going to try to fill up those pages very, very soon, but I will also be bringing you certain things like Wi-Fi battles very soon. I've got a team that I have made in Showdown, but I would rather do it in a Wi-Fi battle format. I may do a Showdown live with it. I've been testing it already, and I've gotten, I think I got 7 or 8 wins in a row with it just in initial testing. So I think it's a decent team, and I can't wait to show that off for you. Yeah, so that'll be coming very, very soon. I also have a Wi-Fi battle coming with Kid Cujo very soon once he finishes his team. He told me he's very close, so that should be coming within the next few days. So yeah, that is going to be all, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.